Today's lesson, we learn how to write a formal business letter. There are distinct sections to a business letter: your name and address, the date, your recipient's name and address, the subject, the formal salutation, the body of the letter, the complimentary closing, your signature, and your name. Letter writing on your exam. On your exam, you are not to disclose your identity or write any name other than that mentioned in the text on the answer sheet. Instead, use ABC and XYZ in place of your name and the name of the city. Address your intended audience properly. Recognize their level of education, the nature of your relationship, and knowledge of the subject. For example, Dear Mr. Jones. Dear is the most formal salutation and is also used if you have not met the person to whom you are writing. Dear Ms. Jones. Ms. is used in place of Mr. when you are writing to a woman. Dear Lee Jones. If you do not know the gender of the person you are writing to, use the full name of the person. Dear Mr. Jones and Ms. Smith. When writing to two people, use both names. Dear Sir or Madam. Sir or Madam is used when you do not know the name of the person you are writing to. The closing lets the reader know that you are finished with your letter. Usually, the closing includes sincerely, sincerely yours, thank you, and so on. The closings are different according to the type of letter. Usually, business letters close with sincerely. Informal letters close with yours obediently or best wishes, etc. For example, Dear Judge Carter, Mr., Mrs., Doctor are always abbreviated. Professor, Dean, Judge, Admiral, Captain, Sister, a nun, and Imam are written out in full. Dear Human Resources Supervisor, if you are writing to a person whose name and gender are not known, you may use a job title. Dear Human Resources Department. You can also use the name of a specific department in a company. Dear Apple. If you are not writing to a specific person, use the company's name. Sir. When lodging a grievance or complaint, the dear may be dropped. Closings. Examples: yours truly, respectfully, faithfully yours. These three complimentary closings are formal and frequently used in business letters. Sincerely, sincerely yours. These are the most widely used complimentary closings and are appropriate for ending any letter or email. With many thanks, cordially, best regards. These complimentary closings are all commonly used for business letters. Your choice is really an issue of preference and fit. Envelopes. Write or type the recipient's address in the center of the front side of the envelope. Place your address in the bottom right corner of the envelope. Seal the envelope and put the correct postage in the upper right-hand corner. Uses and format. You may write a business letter to request information, to order a product, to apply to a school, or to seek employment. Whether you write or type a business letter, be polite, specific, and neat. Keep a copy of every business letter. Always skip a line between paragraphs. Skip a line between the greeting and the body. Skip another line between the body and the complementary closing. Here is an example of a business letter. The subject is payment of a bill that is overdue. Dear Sir, we wish to call your attention to our bill for rupees 16,500, payment of which is long overdue. We have sent you several reminders, but have received no reply. We must ask you to settle this account without further delay, or we shall be obliged to take legal steps to recover the amount due to us. Yours faithfully, XYZ, Manager. In this example, the issue is stated directly, failure to pay a bill. Yet the manager keeps his tone polite. The manager then goes on to clearly state the consequences, payment or legal action. The letter is specific, to the point, yet respectful. The format is similar to the first example, except that the writer has put his address and the date on the left-hand side of the page. In summary, here are the guidelines for writing the body of the letter. Write clearly and concisely. Proofread and edit your work. Pretend you are the reader with no prior knowledge during your editing. Keep your sentences short. Sum up or otherwise highlight key points briefly. Utilize punctuation correctly without creating run-on sentences. Pay attention to paragraph length and structure. Include only one main idea per paragraph. Put it in the first sentence.